PPP, another political party, the Progressive People's Party, they are asking the Oguaa Traditional Council to come clean on why the Traditional Council is allowing the governing NDC to launch its campaign in Cape Coast when there is a ban on noise making in the area. The Cape Coast North parliamentary candidate of the PPP wants to know whether some parties are more important than others. She demanded an explanation at a news conference in Cape Coast a while ago.
It's rather unfortunate because every nation, however small it is, has its culture and tradition, and we know that Cape Coast, we have our culture, we have our tradition, and we know that a month to our great festival, which is Fetu Afeshe, it is the right of the elders of the nation to put a ban on noise making. In fact, even churches have responded positively to this. Last Sunday I went to church and I realized that there was, they didn't even bring the drums, because Catholic Church, we pay particular attention to the tradition and culture of the nation that we live in. So I don't understand why that a particular political party should come at a point where there is a ban on our noise making, to come and make so much noise because they are coming to launch their campaign.
Will it come to you as a surprise if it comes out that they sought permission from the traditional authority?
Yes, but I will say that the traditional authority then would have been, it would have been some kind of bias, because if another political party wants to do that, they will refuse that particular political party. So why is it that NDC has the right to come and launch their campaign on our soil on the 14th? Why? Meanwhile, the gods of the Cape Coast traditional area are maybe also taking their rest. So why are they coming to disturb it? Disturb them. Even churches respect this traditional norm. And if churches, I am a Catholic, and when I went to church, I realized that because it was noise making, they've put a ban on it. We respected it. We didn't, make any fuss. But this, I think, I will only entreat our elders, our chiefs, that it was about time they did certain things that made all of us who are from Cape Coast or from Cape Coast will also feel at home that we have elders, we have fathers on this land who will be fair to everyone's concerns.
Thank you.
So the PPP is questioning the governing NDC's campaign launch this Sunday in the central region at a time when there is a ban on noise making in Cape Coast. Let's see what the Traditional Council will have to say in response to this in the coming days. Well, let's move to the camp of the MPP, who are now accusing the government of neglecting the Western region since winning power in 2008. According to the party, the Western region is worse off now as compared to the period in which the MPP was in charge between 2001 and 2008. Regional Director of Communications of the party tells my colleague Ukosu Pepra, if given power in the next general elections, the MPP would revamp defunct factories and companies in the region through its flagship campaign of establishing one factory per district in the region.
The Western region is the food basket of this country. It is also a major resource hub, having manganese, bauxite, and just recently oil. Cocoa production up the northern sector of the Western region is also very vibrant. But the Western region also has so many defunct companies that are not functioning any longer. The NPP in the Western region says that they fully support the flag bearer's position to to position a factory in every region of this country. And if this happens, the Western region will have a lot more of such factories because of the lots that will be revived. Today, the NPP in the Western region held a press conference to throw a bit more light and to throw their weight on the flag bearer's position that there should be a factory in every district in this country. Joining me to throw a bit more light on this fact is Okateche Amankwa Efrifa, who is the communications director of the NPP in the Western region. Okateche, tell me a bit more about this issue.
Yes, my brother, just as you said, the Western region controls about 60% of the natural resources that we have in this country. So the press conference was basically to let the people of the region know that the MPP's one district, one factory policy is doable, and the region is going to have its fair share of whatever we are talking about. Already, the region has a lot of companies that have collapsed, and those companies collapsed in the PNDC, NDC era. And we are just assuring them that no matter what, when the MPP comes to power in this 2016 election, we will make sure that all those companies are opened, and even there will be more based on the resources that we have in this area. We highlighted on most of the projects, the road projects that we did, the educational projects that we did, the so many expansions that we made in our time by way of education. There's so many health posts that we elevated to hospital status and the rest. So we were just letting the people of the region know that there is hope in their voting for the MPP.
But we've seen the re-asphalting of roads in Takoradi. We've seen the roads in the Western Enclave, the oil and gas enclave, from Agran Kwanta to Lubo being done. That is progressive work. We've seen the extension of the Takoradi Hospital, which the new blocks that are being added to it. These are real physical development that we've seen. And you are saying that there's not been much addition to the development of the Western region.
Yes, but during the MPP's time, if you remember, the MPP didn't have any oil money. But now, there is oil money in addition to what we had in this country by way of income. You know, these things that you mentioned, the re-asphalting of the metro town roads, it is being sponsored by the oil people.
No,
the
it is
oil
not being
companies.
By the oil companies.
Do you have your facts? Because from the information that I have, it is a sponsorship from the oil companies. It is a kind of their corporate social responsibility that they are doing for the metropolis. The one that you talk about from Apimenim to Nzema area is the same, per my understanding of it. But even that,
these are government of Ghana projects that are being done, of course, with proceeds from oil
the
and gas.
oil. Thank you, my brother.
But not sponsorship from oil companies.
Fine, even if it is money from the oil sector, it is the income that they are getting from oil that they are using for that. But we came without nothing, but we did so many roads, as we highlighted in our press conference. So that is what we are talking about. But our major concentration is that we are the party that has the people of the region at heart. So they should make sure they give us the nod in the election, and there is hope. Because with even only our one district, one factory program, Western region will be booming. There will be a lot of employment opportunities for this region. We are not going to waste money like the NDC is wasting money for the railway project that they are doing at Kwejokrom. The money being spent at the Kwejokrom railway project could have been used for a Takoradi rail line expansion or construction. I hope you understand. Now ask yourself, how many people will take a train from Sekendi to Takoradi? It would better you take a car. Assuming you are living at Bakechi, for instance, are you going to take a taxi to the Sekendi railway station, pick a train, it will go to Kwejokrom, then to Takoradi? When you get to Takoradi, you pick another car to the central business area. It is waste of time and waste of money. So NDC does not have the people at heart, and that is why we are saying they should be booted out of office.
So from Wednesday, Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo, who is the flag bearer of the NPP, will start touring the Western region to drum home his party's propositions of developing and revitalizing factories in the Western region. The Abosso Glass Factory, the Bonsa Tie Factory, and a lot more. Wamco, just across the street here, are all defunct. So he hopes that with promises of revitalizing these companies, the people of the Western region may vote for him. For Joy News, my name is Kweku Owusu-Pepra.
Right, that's what's in politics for you from the Western region. The MPP accusing the governing NDC of not doing enough development in that region, considering that 60% of the nation's resources come from that part of the country. So staying with election-related matters this afternoon, security experts and traditional authorities are spearheading a course to identify and resolve potential conflicts in the Ashanti region ahead of the elections. The Election Warning and Response Group will coordinate activities to minimize election violence in the region. Chairman of the National Peace Council, Reverend Professor Emmanuel Asante, inaugurated the 12-member team and support groups in Kumasi. Love FM's Kwesi Debra reports.
Representatives of media and civil society organizations are other groups to partner the Regional Security Council to ensure regional peace. Reverend Professor Asante discounted the widely held assertion justice is a condition for peace. He points out it is rather a peaceful environment that people can seek justice using democratic structures. According to Reverend Professor Asante, in Ghana's quest to maintain peace, it's important conflicts are well managed to prevent escalation.
The bigger institutions, when they attend international conferences, they are talking about Ghana as a showcase. And a lot of them are saying it's not a showcase. So they are waiting for us to be in the same soup as all the others. And we should resist it. We should maintain our reputation as peaceful people. In saying this, I do not believe that we have to overlook the issue of justice. What is justice? What is justice? When people talk about justice, and I have had the audacity to ask people who keep on talking about justice, what is it? Is justice chopping people's hands? What is justice? It is the condition for the possibility of harmonious living. That is what you call justice. And I keep on saying that you can only talk about justice in the context of peace. Without peace, no justice. I don't think that when bullets are flying, people have gone crazy, houses are being burnt, you can stand there and shout justice. It is only in times of peace that people are able to sit and then talk about things that we need to do justice.
Regional Director of the Electoral Commission, Sebo Kweku, reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to conducting free, fair and transparent polls.
The election was free. Fair election. We are applying the rules and regulations governing the election without unfairness, without preferences, so that equality before all the processes.
Regional Minister Alexander Akon called for intensified effort by civil society organizations to eliminate the threat of violence.
To ensure that we don't go and create troubles. Now, in doing conflict resolution or risk management, I think the most important is the elimination, if we can. And we can get other results from the...
Right, so that report was brought to you by Love FM's Kwesi Debra. That'll be for some election-related news here on the Pulse. We'll go for a quick break and we'll come back. We'll bring you more, especially on the rising water levels at Akosombo. What's accounting for it? How long will this trend continue? We see a lot more of us reverting to hydro energy in the coming days. We'll bring you details after the break. Stay with us.